Charles Armstrong. I'm the Cadet Battalion Commander for Task Force Dragon. At the end of October, Task Force Dragon went out to Fort Dix, New Jersey to conduct our annual fall field training exercise. There, we learned fieldcraft, land nav, and the primary purpose was to build the fundamentals and tactical knowledge throughout the MS classes. Our goal was that each MS class learned exactly what they needed to do for patrolling lanes from MS1 to MS3 level, and to start that growth so that MS3s can perform well at Cadet Summer Training the following year.
Hello, I'm Cadet Devin Mashak of Task Force Dragon. I'm the Cadet S3 at Task Force Dragon, so that pretty much means that I am in charge of all of the big picture planning for the battalion. So I make timelines, long-term schedules, and then I task other cadets to make the specific plans for such events. So we had a whole concept, and then we break it down so everyone is in charge of the specifics of each tiny thing that goes into the planning. So my specific roles was overall timeline. We recon the sites. We came up with the training activities themselves and things of that nature. So that giant timeline I made, we used almost 0% of it. So what happened was it was a very rainy and cold weekend, and we had planned on doing a lot of things early in the morning and into the night and overnight, which wouldn't be possible with the gear that we had, the timeline we had, the amount of lighting, and a lot of things that went into it. So it was a lot of just reacting as we went along, and we were still able to get good quality training out of it, but it was nothing like we had planned for. But just like Lieutenant Colonel Messenger says, planning is everything, but plans mean nothing. So we were able to fall back on our basic concept of what we had to have accomplished, but we had to adapt to the situation that was presented to us because we can't control the rain because we just don't have the technology yet.
I'm Cadet Alexander Manley. I'm a sophomore at Drexel University. FTX is the best chance for us to apply our training in the field. It's an excellent opportunity to test our knowledge of movement and tactics and general organization within our platoon-sized elements. As an MS2, it's very important for me to understand what our MS3s are doing and what our MS1s are doing at the same time. So it's a very immersive experience in the fact that we have to understand what's going on at all times, and we have to be ready for any changes that are made. There were a lot of moments where I had to take over for my squad leader, or I had to direct my team members in a way that required a lot of knowledge of MS1 responsibilities and MS3 responsibilities. The best part about FTX was definitely the camaraderie. I had an excellent squad in first squad, first platoon. I was an alpha team leader. I had excellent team members in alpha team. We experienced some tough weather on FTX. It definitely made it very challenging. It definitely added to the adversity of executing everything we needed to get done. However, the camaraderie of my fellow cadets was excellent. They supported me when it was pretty tough out there. They even acknowledged that it was my birthday.
There we go. He's sick, bro.
So going forward, key takeaways, like I said, you need a generic concept of what you're going to do. You need to understand what your roles are. You need to make sure everyone on the team works as a team and they understand all their individual roles, and they can execute them properly no matter how they have to execute, because there's a lot of factors that go into the planning and into the execution that very rarely do they all align for everything to turn out perfectly. The FTX helps us plan in the future because experience is everything. As we keep going, you learn that you can't do a ruck march at 5 in the morning because it's dark and it's pouring down rain, but you have to take 2 hours away from something else. How do you do it? It's really just all about adaptability.